Dorks. It is the Turtle Dork back with a new review for you today. So this one I have is Bad Times at the El Royale. This is the new film from Drew Goddard, who previously did Cabin in the Woods. Now, Cabin in the Woods was a film I really enjoyed. It was kind of like a horror film that really kind of turned the genre on its ear and kind of subverted your expectations of what that movie was. And what he's doing in Bad Times at the El Royale is kind of doing something a little bit similar, just by the idea of kind of taking a different cast of characters and putting them kind of in a central location and just kind of seeing what kind of breeds out of that. And so this particular film is really about 7 different strangers who kind of come down to this rundown hotel in Lake Tahoe that back, a decade ago was kind of like the hot spot in town. But at this point it's kind of run down. And all of these people that are at this hotel, whether they're coming to visit to stay for the night or either who works there or the one guy that works there has secrets. They all have a past, and a lot of the stuff that happens over the course of this night is really about these 7 strangers coming to terms with their past, seeking redemption, seeking forgiveness. And the way Goddard kind of does this, wrapped up in kind of like this genre, period piece, neo-noir, mystery film, is really engaging, really exciting to watch. And the performances by everybody I thought was really good. Some of the standouts for me, I mean, everybody's good in this movie. Dakota Johnson, Kaylee Spaney, I think that's how you pronounce her name, who we saw recently earlier this year in Pacific Rim Uprising. She gives a really eerie and kind of haunting performance. They both play sisters. And Chris Hemsworth, who kind of floats in and out of the film but plays more of a prominent role in the 3rd act of the film. He's really dynamic and is really good on screen as well. But to me, the performances that it really comes down to is, and I don't want to give too much away about the story, I always kind of want to give you an overall synopsis, but really what it comes down to for me was Jeff Bridges, who's always fantastic, and Cynthia Erivo, who is a revelation. And she is really, I think between this film and she's going to be in Widows coming up in about another month, between hopefully those 2 films, she's going to be a name that you're going to start hearing a lot more of. And to me, I thought she was kind of like the linchpin. She was the character that the audience kind of follows through this journey. And Lewis Pullman, who plays, who's the only worker. He's kind of like the bellboy. He works like the clerk, the guy that works at the hotel. And all these 3 different characters, when you follow their journey, their past, and you learn more about their story, they're the ones that you really connect with in this movie. Jeff Bridges is portraying, and you saw it in the trailer, where he's kind of portraying a priest, but he's really not a priest, and he has a past where he used to be a bank robber. He did a bid. There's some money that's buried in one of the rooms, and he's going back to retrieve it. There's some other things going on with his character that really just kind of fleshes him out and makes him a little bit more sympathetic, but I don't want to give that away. Cynthia Erivo, who's kind of like this up-and-coming soul singer, kind of like in the Motown era in the 60s. And she is doing a gig in Reno, so she kind of made a stop here. But you learn a little bit more about her journey and where she's come from. And then Lewis Pullman, the less you know about his character, the better. But then going back to what I was saying, it's about that duality. It's about people wanting to kind of reinvent themselves and kind of trying to shed their past and start something fresh and start something new. But their past kind of catches up with them, and it's the type of movie that these characters have to come face to face and confront who they were, so they can become something better, someone different. And I like that. I like that duality. The movie really has a very nice undertone, an allegory that deals with faith, and the way Goddard is able to kind of put that into the script, I thought was a really, really brilliant way to kind of talk about those ideas of faith, of forgiveness, of wanting redemption, of fearing retribution. It's a pretty damn cool, clever film. Definitely seek this one out if you can. I've seen it twice because I saw it at Fantastic Fest, so I wanted to see it again. I will say that the second time watching it, because of the things that are revealed as the movie moves along, the pacing of the film, you start to feel it if you see it more than once. But going into this movie, I think you're really going to get wrapped up into the mystery of it all. So yeah, it's a pretty damn and cool little flick. So let me know what you thought of Bad Times at the El Royale in the comments below. Go ahead, rate, like, subscribe, and share, and go ahead and check out my other dorks at MouthDork, at the Disco Dork, and at Sidewalk Siren. And as for me, I am the Turtle Dork. And with that, I'm out.